they started using some strange, like frightening words, like they were harvesting data. I think harvesting is just like a creepy word. So when they said we're harvesting data, everyone's just like, oh my God. Like,
Avid Life Media has been fully cooperating with the police investigation. This hack is one of the largest data breaches in the world. They have requested that you contact the RC.
I was in a meeting, and all of a sudden, my phone started dancing across the table. And I'm trying to concentrate, and I'm looking over and I'm seeing the names of business associates, my business clients, friends of mine, people I had met on Ashley Madison contacting me, and my heart sank.
Yeah, I think people have a right to a private life, and I don't like, as bad as it is to use a site like Ashley Madison, I do think people do have a right to not have their secrets revealed. Some people have a policy that they don't do anything on the internet that they wouldn't that they wouldn't be okay with having on the front page of the New York Times, which is an interesting policy. I think if you can pull that off, that's probably wise, but it can be difficult. I always think people tend to be scared to, their secrets, to leave their secrets with a site like Google or Facebook. And I always think that actually, to some degree, your secrets are safer the bigger and more powerful the company is, because Google has hundreds of billions of dollars of incentives to keep your secrets safe and to not have a data hack, and they hire some of the best computer scientists in the world whose full-time job is to protect your privacy, and they have all kinds of ways. I think you want to be more careful leaving your secrets on sites like Ashley Madison, which are small kind of startup sites which don't have the resources early on to have someone to protect your privacy, and then they have one disgruntled employee like Ashley Madison did, and boom, the whole world knows that you tried to cheat on your spouse. So to some degree, the smaller the site, the more cautious you want to be in revealing your secrets.
Light them all up. Come on, fire!
I am not in favor of governments covering up war crimes. So to the extent that WikiLeaks has helped reveal such cover-ups, I'm a fan of WikiLeaks. I think the general principle of full disclosure of everything is a little dangerous. I don't know that it was fair that WikiLeaks revealed secret emails from Democrats and not secret emails from Republicans, and it's pretty clear that the WikiLeaks scandal hurt Hillary Clinton. I like exposing corrupt government officials, particularly around issues of war. I don't like a blanket policy of revealing any information. I think WikiLeaks has been fast and loose with their with the leaks that they're showing. So I think being a human being, a Homo sapien, is hard. Life is hard. And one of the reasons life is hard is that you're concerned what other people think of you. So you wake up in the morning, you decide what you're going to wear, and you're worried, what are people going to think about what I'm wearing? Are they going to think I'm attractive? Are they going to think I'm well-dressed? Are my teeth yellow? Are my teeth white? Is my haircut okay? Are the things I'm saying smart or stupid? This is the thought process that goes through many of our brains much of the day. There is a new version of this difficulty, which is social media, which is now you put pictures online and you are concerned, do people like this picture? What does it make them think of me? Does it impress them? Do they think I'm cool? Do they think I'm interesting? I think the group that has historically dealt with this problem the most has been teenagers, and they've also been probably the most drawn to social media and ranking, and we now have evidence that this is hurting their mental health. There has been an enormous rise in anxiety and depression among teenagers, and it seems to be highest among people who are most likely to use social media. So I think it is a big concern that that people judged judged so frequently by their friends and their acquaintances. We can ban Instagram, we can ban Facebook, we can ban Snapchat. There are still lunch tables in high schools, and there's anybody who knows the experience of being in high school and being in a lunch table and concerned with whether you're dressed okay, concerned with what people are thinking about you, concerned with whether people like you, concerned with whether people have crushes on you. I don't think we're ever going to get rid of the pressure to impress other human beings.
Who has seen an advertisement that has convinced you that your microphone is listening to your conversations? All of your interactions, your credit card swipes, web searches, locations, likes, they're all collected in real time into a $1 trillion a year industry.
All right, so I think the Cambridge Analytica scandal was largely a made-up scandal because, so first of all, I do not think they did what they thought they were doing. They kind of claimed that they were reading into people's souls by their Facebook profiles and using that to manipulate their minds in various ways. Knowing the research in this area, I'm dubious of their ability to do this. I think they were somewhat snake oil salesmen, claiming that they had more powerful tools than they actually had. So the one reason I think that was a made-up scandal is I don't think that the people there were as good and as powerful as they claim to be. The second reason I think it's a largely made-up scandal is because this is what political campaigns have been doing for decades, if not centuries. What do you think politicians do? They try to manipulate the minds of people to get them to like them, get into your mind. And I think what happened is the Cambridge Analytica, they started using some strange, like, frightening words, like they were harvesting data. I think harvesting is just like a creepy word. Like, it sounds like you're harvesting someone's organs. So when they said we're harvesting data, everyone's just like, oh my God, like people harvesting things.
Donald Trump is our president-elect. Today, we, along with so many of you, are asking, why did so many polls get this race wrong?
Trump narrowly won Michigan, something that we've been telling you might happen for about a week. Our final epic MRA poll last week showed Hillary Clinton with a 4% lead in Michigan. However, that was within the margin of error, meaning the race was a statistical tie here.
So my research is attacking polls, largely saying that we frequently can't trust polls. We can't trust polls nearly as much as we do or have traditionally. If there's a poll, everyone goes, oh, that's that's what people are really thinking. And people sometimes lie to polls. They say they don't say what they're really thinking or really going to do. They try to impress other people. The polls were fairly close on the Trump election. I think largely what happened in the Trump election, so Nate Silver, who's an analyst of polls, said that based on his reading of the polls, Trump had about a 25% chance of being elected president. And if someone says someone has a 25% chance of doing something, that's going to happen 1 in 4 times. 25% things happen all the time. I mean, if any sports fans will know that the underdog wins lots of games. I think what happened is a lot of people, including myself, found it unimaginable that anybody could support Donald Trump, or unimaginable that that such a large percent of Americans could support Donald Trump, that we just kind of ignored all the evidence to the contrary. We just said, no, this can't be true. There's no way in hell it's going to happen. So I'd put the blame on everyone's shocked at Trump being elected more on our collective reaction, our biased analysis of the data than the actual data, which showed that Trump had a real chance of being elected.
And now we can see how an enormous leak of files from this company, Mossack Fonseca, shows the reality of offshore.
From outside, Mossack Fonseca looks like a perfectly respectable company. But this is a business that's helped people from around the world break the law.
You know, I think one of the things that the age we're living in, we're just getting more and more leaks, and it's becoming harder and harder to be corrupt and not have it be revealed. And I think that's an excellent thing. I think the world has been very, very corrupt, and leaders have always been corrupt, and secret money has been stashed away in places. And I think I both hope and think that more of these leaks are going to happen, and we're going to learn as a society just how much corruption there is and how much secret money and how the world of power and extreme wealth operates. And I think when people learn these stories, they tend to be furious and demand change. And I think all of that is excellent. So it's, in my opinion, an excellent development.